This Saturday night at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson will face off against fellow former champ Evander Holyfield in an exhibition match. And look, we're all here for the same reason. We want to see if Mike Tyson can get his revenge after that infamous ear bite incident back in 1997. Holyfield won that fight by disqualification when Tyson bit off a chunk of his ear. But since then, the two have been talking about the possibility of a rematch. And now, 24 years later, they finally get their wish. But what can we expect from this exhibition match? Well, let's break it down. But before we do, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for all things combat sports. So the most common question I've seen regarding this fight is, will Mike Tyson be allowed to bite Evander Holyfield's ears? The answer is no. If Tyson were to bite Holyfield's ear again, he would be disqualified immediately. I know that's the reason most of you are watching this fight, but unfortunately, you'll have to pay $50 for the pay-per-view to watch it. Just kidding. It's free. It's gonna be on YouTube. But still, even though there's no money involved, I wouldn't recommend biting someone's ear. It's considered assault and battery, and believe it or not, I think Mike Tyson could actually go to jail for that. The next big question is, how much power does Mike Tyson still have left in his hands? And the answer is probably not much. Mike Tyson is 55 years old and hasn't fought in over 15 years. His last professional fight was in June of 2005 against Kevin McBride. And if you remember that fight, McBride actually knocked Tyson down twice. So yeah, Iron Mike doesn't have the same power he once had. But that being said, he still has enough power to hurt anyone in the heavyweight division. Evander Holyfield is also pretty old. He's 58 years old and hasn't fought in over 10 years. Holyfield's last professional fight was in May of 2011 against Brian Fisher. And honestly, I don't really remember much about that fight because there wasn't much action. Fisher actually ran away for most of that fight. So yeah, both of these guys are pretty old and pretty rusty. But the good news is, like I said, it's an exhibition match, so there's no knockout or disqualification. The only way this fight ends is if one of these guys doesn't show up or if they just decide to call it a draw. I personally think it's gonna be a draw. That's my prediction. But hey, if you disagree with that, tell me about it in the comments below. But either way, the main reason why I think this fight will end in a draw is because of pride. Both of these guys are extremely prideful and they don't want to lose. I mean, who does, right? But it's especially true for these guys. Losing is not an option for either one of them. And honestly, I think that will play a huge factor in this fight. They're probably both gonna come out, exchange a few words, maybe throw a few punches, but I don't think either one of them wants to take any real damage. Now, like I said, this is an exhibition match, so there are no rules. There are no judges, no knockouts, no disqualifications. This fight will come down to who has the better cardio and who doesn't want to tap out first. And if you remember, back in 1996, both of these guys went the distance. Their first fight was a 12-round decision where Mike Tyson was disqualified in the third round for biting Evander Holyfield's ear. Now, that fight was a close one. Many people thought that Holyfield actually bit Mike Tyson's lip in retaliation, but honestly, who cares? You can't bite a guy's ear. It's wrong. It's illegal, and you're probably going to get arrested for it. So I think this Saturday night's exhibition match will go exactly how the first fight went. They'll go the distance, exchange some words, and the fight will end in a draw. And that's all I got. Who do you guys think is gonna win this fight? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you so much for watching.